Hello to you guys out there. Guess what today is? Well, today is actually the day where I cover Ubisoft. That is right. We're covering Ubisoft today. This is what the episode is all about. So, anyways, what the frick is happening with Ubisoft? Before we come to all these answers and all that, before we come to anything of that sort about the company Ubisoft, well, we need to go back to the actual time,
A ruthless collector, lest these titans wreak destruction upon.
the actual time where we used to basically have more good games to shake a stick at. That is right. A lot of good games to shake a gosh dang stick at. That is the total reality, man. As we look at the Xbox shop, yeah, Xboxes tend to be the best. Excuse me. Xboxes used to be the better example when it comes to Tom Clancy's. As we look up the backwards compatibility program, you could already tell like Hawks. Hawks came out during the good days of Ubisoft. Rainbow Six Siege did well. And War. That's another Ubisoft. The Splinter Cell. As we look around the Ubisoft bandwagon, you could already tell that Ubisoft during that time period was definitely ahead of their time. Definitely. People really want another Splinter Cell. That's what they want, is another Splinter Cell. But besides the point, guys, Ubisoft used to be ahead of their time, man. They used to be like the dominants. If we type in Rayman, back in the day, Ubisoft used to care for their franchises. They used to. Rayman is one of those icons that is a classic Ubisoft character and a classic Ubisoft franchise. But Ubisoft stopped caring about Rayman. They really stopped caring about the character in general. Which is a bummer. Which is a total bummer. Because Rayman was one of their most beloved franchises. And if you were around back in the 2000s, the late 90s and early 2000s, Rayman was everywhere. If you ever think about Ubisoft back in the day. Like, Rayman was the icon that people would go crazy over. That is the thing, man. Rayman was definitely the character that people would go crazy. As we look at Rayman now, he is just nothing. Just flat out nothing. It's like for the fact that Rayman used to be something special. Yeah, Rayman used to be a character that people cared about back then. Literally cared about. But those days are over. And Ubisoft nowadays has entered a lot of bad situations. That they did. They did enter a lot of bad situations as of late. And they entered a lot of bad situations just because of the fact that the company themselves are just shooting themselves in the foot. That's what Ubisoft has been doing as of late. So, I'll boot up one of those games that Ubisoft used to be awesome back in the day. And I mean, they were awesome for the time. They were not utter garbage. Or anything. And yeah, Ubisoft definitely had a really good South Park game during that time frame when they were once awesome as well. Rayman 3 is another game as well. As we dive deeper into Ubisoft, like, I haven't played Rayman 3 in a long time. But this could be something to basically give you guys the memory. The memory of what Ubisoft used to stand for back then. I know this is a HD remaster of an old Xbox, PS2, and GameCube game. And yes, Rayman does have one of the craziest comedies. It's kind of like that mid 2000s. This is when Ubisoft did their best when it comes to family friendliness. This is one of their least popular franchises nowadays, since Assassin's Creed overshadowed it. And I think these special effects still holds up well. Yes, I know I basically showed off one of the most unpopular Ubisoft franchises, but this is one of them. Which is a total shame. But this is what Ubisoft used to be popular back then. Ubisoft back then, if you were a kid, back then, then you could already tell that
By the way, I never mentioned that every action
But this is what Ubisoft used to stand for. And yes, I do love Ubisoft's I do love their franchises. I still do. Even their current franchises, but and then we'll use quick resume for now. And then dive into one of their most popular franchises that Ubisoft will hold on to for the rest of their lives. And this is Assassin's Creed Rogue. But this is... And Assassin's Creed is definitely one of Ubisoft's bread and butter nowadays. Back in the 2000s, people and their dog know Rayman left and right. But Assassin's Creed... that's a new concept. It's really a new concept.
If everything is permitted, no one is safe. Even the devil can quote scripture to suit his own purposes. I see him again. We were on the right track. Get him! Try running off now! Down you go! I'm running the bus. Oh, don't lose him now!
This is one of their most popular franchises, but This is when their popular franchises were at their best. Literally at their best. And now we're going to dive into another Ubisoft franchise. The one that I did look forward to after beating Watch Dogs 2. Finishing Watch Dogs 2.
Press button A.
This is another game I didn't play as much during COVID. I literally didn't play this game during... I did play a little bit during COVID, but not after COVID. That is the thing. But I was looking forward to this game just because of the customization and everything of that sort. Like, it almost felt like it felt like the game was going to have customization for the time. Back when the Xbox One and the PS4 was still a thing when the game was announced. But the reasons why Ubisoft has got themselves in big doo-doo was mostly because of the political issues. Just flat out political issues in general. It's like the fact that Ubisoft themselves shot themselves in the foot left and right. They've been doing that as of late. And if you look at Ubisoft today, they are in financial trouble. They are in financial trouble. It's like most people got tired of the political issues that Ubisoft was trying to push on people, like gay agendas being pushed. Like, if you look at the Ubisoft fan base, most of their fan base are not into that. Not at all. I know there's a fan base for it, but not under the Ubisoft fan base, sadly. No. It's all because of the fact that they glued so tight to anything Tom Clancy. The time when Rayman was cool. And there were other franchises under Ubisoft that came out on PS1 and, let's all face it, the Nintendo 64 that people held on to. Heck, even the PS2 era. The PS2, Xbox, and GameCube. And then there were a couple of them under Ubisoft, under Xbox 360 and PS3. Some of them became mainstays, like Assassin's Creed. But besides the point, guys, it felt like a lot of Ubisoft franchises, they went from just making you feel proud of owning, making it feel like the cool kids on the block if you were there in the 2000s or the 2010s, to where we are now. And where we are now is just political nonsense. we live in a political day of age, and Ubisoft was just playing it by the rhythm. That's what Ubisoft has been doing, and just attacking cultures in general. And if you look at Assassin's Creed Shadows is actually a really good Assassin's Creed game. Well, actually, no. Not that much, but it's boring. The game is just flat out boring. But besides the point, what made Ubisoft hurt another culture, which did cause them to sell like 4 million copies in total? All the way from February of 2025 to now, which is, let's all face it, August of 2025. They sold 4 million copies. It felt like the game didn't grow as many sales as we expected, but yeah, that's what you get when you basically make fun of the Japanese culture and attack them because of your way of believing and all that. You're just trying to force your beliefs on others. And that's what Ubisoft has been doing as of late, man. And yeah, they are getting pounded pretty good. They are getting pounded pretty good right now. Like, they are entering some financial bankruptcy. They are entering a lot of bankruptcy right now. We love those franchises, but we don't like the directions they went for. And that's Ubisoft. If you go back to a lot of the other Ubisoft franchises, it just focused on flat out good storytelling and narrative. Later ones just try to focus on the political issue and not the story. And if you look at their latest Star Wars game, yeah, Outlaws. That one also had some political issues too. Shoving political issues down the players' throats. But yeah, I am sad and sorry that Ubisoft may have to go, but this is going to be for the best if they can't keep their act up. But yeah, they're trying. Yes. They're doing their re-releases just to patch up their poor decisions. Like, I heard that they're working on a Black Flag remake. Just to patch up the mistake that they made over the last few years. Who knows if that's going to work. But if Ubisoft found a way to recover, this would be awesome. And we almost thought Ubisoft was going to recover when Assassin's Creed Shadows came out back in February of 2022. Well, 2025, but it didn't last that long. The popularity of Assassin's Creed Shadows didn't last that long. Literally didn't last that long. So, yeah. It's sad to say, but that's the total reality. So, thank you for watching. Take care. And I hope you all have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you later. Bye.